All right, so Pokemon Champions is out, and I'm gonna be doing some new type of videos where basically I just talk about my thoughts behind team building with certain Pokemon and how I would approach team building. These are all like my opinions, and I'm not the most decorated player, so just because I say that I think that something's good, it doesn't mean that it actually is. I just want to start by saying that. So, team building with Charizard. First, most important thing is that there's 3 types of Charizards you could be team building with. There's base form Charizard, the Mega Y version, and then the Mega X version. So, Charizard Y, Charizard X. Charizard Y is one of the best special attackers in the game. It sets up the sun with drought, and it's just one of the best megas in the game. Now, Charizard X, on the other hand, is a physical attacker, so completely different. It has the Tough Claws ability to power up its physical contact moves. And you would normally see it also used on like a balanced team, but you definitely wouldn't use it on a sun team like you would with Mega Charizard Y. And then, lastly, the base form, which the only time you're ever going to be using the base form is when you're making a sun team, because you can run a solar power like choice scarf set, which actually hits like a truck in the sun. So if I hit like a blast burn in the sun with solar power, like even against a water type, like that thing's getting trucked. Now, unfortunately, without the Terra boost, you know, there's going to be things that would survive it that otherwise wouldn't. This was a popular set, but with choice specs instead of choice scarf. And that combined with Terra, well, actually people would normally run Terra Ghost to prevent fake out, but that's not an option. And then choice specs aren't in the game. Your only option is choice scarf, so it's very predictable. Like when you see when you mega something else and it's a sun team, kind of just expect that to be a scarf set. Now, so for the scarf set, your best teammates are going to be Torkoal and Ninetales to set up the sun for you. Do I have a Torkoal? I'm pretty sure I thought I did. I might not have a Torkoal. Oops. Oh well. Basically you're going to want a Sunsetter. Incineroar also pairs nicely as like a support to get a fake out off to allow you to get those choice scarf heat waves off. But next we're gonna move on to best teammates for Mega Charizard X. Since this will be usually used on a balanced team, your good teammates are gonna be like Garchomp is a really good one. Incineroar. This is a bad set. Where's my normal one? Incineroar. Now I think like Gardevoir might be used on this theme. And then like Aegislash. Where's my Aegislash? There it is. Yeah. So the Mega Charizard X, I've actually like never seen it used in Champions so far. It's really just like not the best. You go from resisting Fairy to being neutral to Fairy, which with Mega Floette running around, not the best as well. So really we're going to be focusing on Mega Charizard Y, because Mega Charizard Y has actually been one of the best Megas. Very obvious teammate is a Chlorophyll user, and right now the best one is Venusaur. This is just a classic pairing, Charizard and Venusaur. So when you Mega Evolve, you set up the Sun. That'll double Venusaur's speed through Chlorophyll, its ability. And then Venusaur can put a threat to sleep with Sleep Powder. Very common threat to Mega Charizard Y is Rock types. Venusaur can handle those Rock types with Leaf Storm or Earth Power. or just any other grass type move like Energy Ball. Another good teammate is just Garchomp and Incineroar again. Like, I know I'm getting a little repetitive with things, but like, you set up the Sun, which helps Incineroar. It gets rid of that water weakness and makes Flare Blitz hit like a truck. You also are able to fake out something that can like Rock Slide Charizard, like opposing Garchomps, because Mega Charizard Y has base 100 speed. Garchomp has base 102 speed. So Garchomp is going to be one of your biggest threats to watch out for, considering they all run Rock Slide. And with max attack, Rock Slide will actually one-shot you unless you like invest in like physical bolt and HP bolt, I think. So being weak to rock types, like having a steel type, a ground type, and like a fighting type, to switch into when you're about to get hit by one of those rock types is always good. Ideally something that can also match well into versus Garchomp. So I'm trying to think if there's any good ones. Honestly, I think like Corviknight could be decent. You eat up that Rock Slide. Garchomp can't really touch Corviknight. Like Dragon Claw resists, and then Rock Slide, it doesn't resist, and it can flinch you, but it'll only do like you're gonna have leftovers on Corviknight, and that Rock Slide's only gonna be doing like 20%, probably around that, especially if it's intimidated from Incineroar. Now one very popular team, I somehow don't have Sneasler in here, but these four, and then Sneasler, and I forget, and then I think like Whimsicott. That's right, Whimsicott is also a good teammate with Charizard, because this Whimsicott in particular, you can use Sunny Day to counter the opponent, like switching in a Pelipper or a Politoed, or even a Tyranitar, you know? They switch in to get rid of the sun, and then you just Sunny Day anyway. Also, Tailwind. Having Tailwind support is great, because that'll make you outspeed those Garchomps, which would normally outspeed you in Rock Slide. The Whimsicott pairs nicely. Now, the last one is Sneasler. Since I don't have one, imagine a Sneasler here. I don't know. I'll put Weavile represent Sneasler. Sneasler, you switch into rock types on the Sneasler, and it usually has White Herb. You close combat. Yeah. Sneasler is just the best Pokemon in the format. It doesn't. I guess Sneasler is weak to ground, and then you can switch. You can get a free switch into Charizard, which normally would be hard considering it's not very bulky. So being able to switch into your Mega and get it on the field, get Sunset up without getting hit, very important. So Sneasler baits out. Sneasler and Incineroar bait out those ground type attacks Charizard can be immune to. Those are basically my thoughts. This in particular is like a balanced team, which has like a sun mode with Venusaur Charizard, but it does not rely on the sun to function. Like, you do not need the sun to use like Sneasler, Garchomp, and Incineroar. So that's why this team has been so popular, except replace Weavile with Sneasler. That's why this team has been like placing really high at online tournaments. Mega Charizard Y has base 159 special attack, which is crazy. It just sets the sun up for itself to boost its fire type attacks, get rid of its water weakness. Seeing if I forgot any teammates. Arcanine, Hisui, good like in the Hisuian Arcanine instead of Incineroar. It baits those ground type attacks even harder than Incineroar does. That's basically how I would go about team building around Mega Charizard Y. These are like good teammates. You don't need to consist your entire team with these Pokemon. Like I think you can replace Garchomp with something, Incineroar with something else, Sneasler with something else. And just having like Whimsicott, Venusaur, Charizard is like a really strong core. In fact, let me do that. Where's Whimsicott? I'll replace it with the one that has Sunny. Then empty. This is just a strong core. Even just these two, Venusaur, Charizard is a strong core. But like this, you can lead either just Venusaur, Charizard, or you could lead Charizard, Whimsicott. Both strong. You can even lead Whimsicott, Venusaur. And then I got like boomed by Whimsicott Incineroar lead because I just didn't lead well into it. And they one-shot my Basculegion with a Tailwind Darkest Lariat into it. Wasn't expecting that. So yeah, this was just a short, like, just giving my thoughts. I might be doing more videos like this. I'm not sure if it helps people. If it does, just let me know. If it doesn't, let me know like what would help more. Basically just trying to like give people a starting point. When they have no idea, like they want to make a Mega Charizard Y team and have no idea how to even start making a team. Just some of the things to consider. So Charizard is weak to rock type by 4x, super weak to rock types. So you need to have Pokemon that you can switch into. Either A, switch into against when an incoming rock type attack, or B, threaten the Pokemon that would be using rock type attacks, like something that would threaten a Garchomp. So like an ice type maybe. Like actually Weavile could work, except you would get boomed by Rough Skin. So maybe not the best example. Maybe a Choice Scarf Mamoswine. I don't know. Something that beats Garchomp and other rock types. Charizard's other weaknesses are electric. Technically water, but not really because you set up the sun. So what's good against electric types? Ground types. Okay, Garchomp is a really good teammate with Charizard because, for one reason, because of that electric type immunity. So maybe you want to use a ground type, but you don't want to use Garchomp. You could use Crocodile. You could use Excadrill and then have like a Tyranitar so that you can have a sand mode and you can switch between sun and sand. I don't know. That's up to you. So hope you enjoyed and have a good rest of your day. See ya.